At the same time, North Korea remains a huge uncertainty for China, even as Beijing deals with the looming threat of a possible trade war with the United States. Xi Jinping is the core leader of the Communist Party, and like Mao Zedong, his name and political thought are now written into the party's constitution. As head of the world's second-largest economy, he is leading a push to sell what he calls the China solution, Beijing's effort to help solve the world's financial and political uncertainties. In 2018, analysts see him continuing to seize opportunities overseas as they arise.
There's a window of opportunity internationally created by the Trump administration and Brexit and a few other things, Middle East. And there's been, despite the risks seen, for example, in Pakistan with building of ports and infrastructure, they basically doubled down.
China's trillion-dollar strategic and trade program, the Belt and Road Initiative, includes projects like a multi-billion-dollar deep-sea port in Gwadar, Pakistan, and an economic corridor through the country, which is plagued by terrorist threats. There has been pushback there against the program and port, as well as other Chinese policies in the region. Beijing's military expansion of man-made islands continues in the South China Sea, but China is also showing flexibility as it works on a code of conduct, analysts say. At the same time, North Korea remains a huge uncertainty for China, even as Beijing deals with the looming threat of a possible trade war with the United States.
As it pertains to trade and the concrete steps that we'll jointly take to solve the problem of the massive trade distortion.
If you've got risky economics and risky politics together, then you don't just have 2 times the risk, you've got the risk squared.
At home, Xi's power also brings opportunities and risk as well.
If those in Xi's leadership team make mistakes or handle issues inappropriately, the public will feel that he has not made good choices, and he'll bear complete responsibility.
A recent uproar over the forced eviction of migrant workers in Beijing and backlash over a plan to force residents in the Northeast to shift away from coal in the cold of winter, even before much of the infrastructure was finished, are 2 recent examples. Analysts say that while cronies of Xi managed to wiggle out of those challenges largely unscathed, both highlight how the stakes and expectations are higher.
U.S. President Donald Trump's mantra before and since his tour of Asia earlier this month touted the need for countries to accept each other's unique characteristics to ensure prosperity for the world's great civilizations. The message of harmony might have offset discord caused by Trump's harsh criticism of multilateral trade and investment deals during the trip. When it comes to civilization, however, the course in Washington appears set for a clash rather than cooperation and mutual respect. Amid a push by lawmakers to apply greater scrutiny to Chinese investments in the U.S., multiple investigations launched by Trump's administration targeting China threatened to destabilize Sino-U.S. close economic and cultural ties, which have underpinned prosperity for the Asia-Pacific region for decades. Trade officials and analysts interviewed by the South China Morning Post said,
"Very majestic, forbidden city. Your people are proud of who they are and what they have built together. And your people are also very proud of you. I want to congratulate you on the recent and very successful 19th Party Congress. Perhaps now more than ever, we have an opportunity to strengthen the relationship between our 2 countries and improve the lives of our citizens as long as we stand together with others, if necessary, against those who threaten our civilization. That threat will never happen. It doesn't even have a chance. As I said in my address yesterday in Seoul, the entire civilized world must unite to confront the North Korean menace. And the entire world is watching us right now. Today, President Xi, we discussed our mutual commitment to the complete denuclearization of North Korea. We agreed not to replicate failed approaches of the past, and there were many. We agreed on the need to fully implement all UN Security Council resolutions on North Korea and to increase economic pressure until North Korea abandons its reckless and dangerous path. All responsible nations must join together to stop arming and financing and even trading with the murderous North Korean regime. Together we have in our power to finally liberate this region and the world from this very serious nuclear menace. But it will require collective action, collective strength, and collective devotion to winning the peace. In order to create a more secure future for all and to protect our citizens from extremism and terrorism, President Xi and I also committed to working toward a peaceful future for Afghanistan. Terrorists are a threat to all of humanity, and we will stop radical Islamic terrorism. The United States and China also face many challenges within our borders. Every year, drug trafficking destroys millions and millions of lives. Today, President Xi and I discussed ways we can enhance coordination to better counter the deadly drug trade and to stop the lethal flow of poisonous drugs into our countries and into our communities. A special emphasis will be placed on the new phenomena, fentanyl, destroying lives by the millions. We're going to be focusing on it very strongly, the President and myself. In addition to improving the safety and security of our citizens, President Xi and I discussed improving our economic relationship. We want a vibrant trade relationship with China. We also want a fair and reciprocal one. Today, I discussed with President Xi the chronic imbalance in our relationship as it pertains to trade and the concrete steps that we'll jointly take to solve the problem of the massive trade distortion. This includes addressing China's market access restrictions and technology transfer requirements, which prevent American companies from being able to fairly compete within China. The United States is committed to protecting the intellectual property of our companies and providing a level playing field for our workers. At the same time, our relationship with you and China is a very important one to me and to all of the people of our country. And just by looking at the tremendous, incredible job-producing agreements just signed by those major companies, we're off to a very, very good start. As part of our commitment to regional stability and peace, the United States also continues to advocate for reforms that advance economic freedom, individual rights, and the rule of law. The United States, working with China and other regional partners, has an incredible opportunity to advance the cause of peace, security, and prosperity all across the world. It's a very special time, and we do indeed have that very, very special opportunity. A great responsibility has been placed on our shoulders, President. It's truly a great responsibility. And I hope we can rise to the occasion and help our countries and our citizens reach their highest destinies and their fullest potentials. I want to thank you. Again, you're a very special man for your gracious hospitality. I send my warmest regards to your citizens. I honor their heritage and celebrate their great, great possibilities and potential for the future. In the coming months and years, I look forward to building an even stronger relationship between our two countries, China and the United States of America, and even closer friendships and relationships between the people of our countries. Mr. President, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Honorable President. This concludes this event. Thank you.